Hi, welcome to Chapter 3, Face Mask Information for Families and Students. I know that face masks are a bit of a touchy subject for some. What I can say confidently, though, is that no one wants to wear a mask to school this year. Not me, not teachers, not the principal, not anyone. But it is an important piece of the whole in our effort to try to keep our school safe. Because of Governor Evers' mandate, school will begin with everyone wearing a mouth covering mask this year. Currently, the order ends September 28th, but we are hoping that students will continue to wear them as an important piece of this whole effort to keep our schools open and to keep them healthy. We have many students and staff who have existing health conditions which could result in them having a very serious negative response if they were to get COVID-19. In addition, we have many students and staff who have loved ones at home that are at a much higher risk of severe illness if they contracted COVID-19. So we're trying to protect our school, the students and the staff, and also our whole community and our family members that are at home. So every student should have several masks that they don't share with a sibling or a parent. They should be labeled with the student's name. An appropriate mask covers the mouth, the nose, and the chin. They should fit snugly. Some parents might consider getting like a lanyard so when their child takes their mask off that it's not getting lost somewhere during the school day. Preferably masks are cloth or paper and 3-ply. That's preferred 3-ply. So an example, like one of these masks, not all, but if it's labeled like a procedure mask, it's a 3-ply. There are some other types of masks that are 3-ply, but 2-ply can still work as long as the fabric is a tighter weave type fabric. But no mesh, no crocheted masks from grandma. They need to be a tight weave, preferably 3-ply. 2-ply is okay. I know that some people use bandanas. That's a 2-ply that can work. Gaiters are really 1-ply, and I know there's some controversy right now. Right now we're allowing them. The jury's kind of out on the information from them. We'll allow them for now, but that could change depending on what studies and research comes out in the next few weeks. If you are using a paper mask, make sure that you discard that daily and get a new one. What else can I tell you? Some masks are, I don't have an example, but they have a clear shield. So we have some students that are hard of hearing and they need to read lips. So if your child is a friend with one of our students who's hard of hearing, they can get a mask that has kind of that clear window in it. There are also some masks that have a face shield attached to them. That's fine. The kind of masks I like have the little band, the little wire band, so it fits tight on your nose. So it not only holds it on, but if you have glasses, it's less likely to steam up your glasses when you've got a tight fit right around the nose. It also helps you to know what up is on your mask. There are lots of stores selling masks. There's lots available on Amazon. Maybe you know somebody who's making them. But let your child have a say in the style or the pattern of mask, and you might want to have a variety for them and have them practice at home with them, because you might buy your child 5 masks and you might discover they're all too big or too loose or too heavy, or that they're uncomfortable for them. Also make sure that your mask is dress code appropriate, because if it's not, they will be provided a different mask that it may not be as appealing for them. So just make sure that your mask is dress code appropriate. The other thing is, on the first day of school, your child will receive 2 white cloth masks, which were donated by some private businesses and some government organizations. They are made by Jockey. They're 3-ply. I call it the whitey tighty. But your child will get 2 of these at school. And they are all adult size, so if your child is younger or has a smaller head, you may have to loop the ears like that to tighten it up, or there's some things you can buy to tighten the back, or like a paper clip to tighten the back. So whatever you can do to make sure that the mask is fitting snugly. We also have some masks that were donated by a local organization called the Camo Quilt Project. And these volunteers have made us hundreds and hundreds of masks available for students and staff. They're adult sizes and child sizes, all different kinds of patterns. So that's available. So if you have a lot of students or you're feeling overwhelmed at having to buy so many masks for your child or for your children, reach out to Ann Nelson or myself and we can get you some of those masks because we have plenty available. And Camo Quilt Project is a local organization who is willing to help us out however we need it. So we appreciate that. So make sure your child comes to school with a clean mask daily. They should have enough that they can come to school with them daily. And what we're saying is treat your mask like you do your underwear and wash it after 1 day of wear. That's how you should be treating it. So a little bit about masks. The purpose of a mask is not necessarily to protect yourself. It's to prevent potential germs or COVID-19 spreading from you to somebody else. So when we exhale, we're breathing out moisture, and bacteria and viruses are captured in that moisture. And the hope is that as these hitch a ride on these droplets of water, it'll get stuck in the mask and won't spread out to other people around us. So that's also a bad thing because this moisture, if you are sealing your mask in a little plastic bag or not ever washing it, those viruses and that bacteria then are all over your mask. And your mask can become more unhealthy than COVID-19. So that's why it's so important to wash it regularly and to take it on and off appropriately. So your mask should have an up and a down. Like whenever I wear this mask, I know that this is the top and I know that this is the outside. Some masks like this, it's easier. The wire band is at the top. I know the inside outside. And that way when you take it off, my suggestion is just to fold it, remove it by the ear loops or by the ties, and fold it, and then store it however you are for lunch or however you are for recess, or if you're going to take a mask break outside. So have a top, know the top and the bottom, and know the inside and the outside. Let me just give you just a small demonstration. So this mask, I could wear this mask, and a mask can prevent some viruses and bacteria from affecting you. So you can protect yourself from some viruses and bacteria, but they can still get in around your mask. But the real purpose of a mask is to prevent viruses and bacteria and COVID-19 from spreading from you to somebody else. That's the purpose of wearing a mask, in case you have it unknowingly, that you're not spreading it to other people. So when you think about the germs and bacteria inside your mask, it's more important to know how you're going to store it, to fold it away, and then to wash your hands before and after to stay really clean, because during the day you could be accumulating a lot of viruses or bacteria on the inside or the outside of your mask. So teachers are going to be encouraged this year to take some mask breaks outside, just so that your child can have a chance to just breathe some fresh air and not be wearing a mask. Have your child practice wearing that mask during the day so they can get through a long school day and not be fidgeting with it and touching it all the time. In rare cases, a child may not be able to wear a mask, so a doctor's note with a diagnosis will be required so that your child can either wear a shield or to go without a mask. Contact me if you have specific questions about that. We have been told that a lot of area healthcare providers are going to be very hesitant to write notes excluding kids from wearing masks. So let me know if you have a concern about your child being able to tolerate a mask. There's some conditions where they just can't, the tactile part of it is, they just can't do that. So just let me or Ann Nelson know if your child will have a problem with that. But just so you know, we are going to require a doctor's note if they're not going to wear a mask. I know that wearing masks during the school year is a real downer. But our children will mimic our behavior, they'll mimic our attitudes, they'll mimic our language. So please try to be mindful of this as you talk to your children about wearing masks during the school day this year. It's to help keep our schools safe and healthy. It's to help protect our fellow classmates and also for our staff. And also it extends out into the community. So I just ask you to be mindful of that as you talk to your children about masks and help them get maybe a little more excited about it by being able to choose their mask style and be part of that decision this year. That's the end of chapter 3.